Have you ever noticed that the moment you share your biggest goals or show off a recent win, things inexplicably start to go wrong? We are constantly told that standing out is the only way up. The common advice is to be the loudest in the room, make sure everyone sees your value, and claim your space. But in reality, broadcasting your success provides those around you with a map of your priorities and your resources. It tells them exactly what you value and exactly what they need to take away if they want to slow you down. This diagram shows exactly how this plays out. There is a famous Japanese proverb that warns, "The nail that sticks out gets hammered down." The people at the bottom get crushed by the system, while the highly visible top 1% become permanent targets. Both extremes invite relentless attention. The only strategically secure position is right here, hiding in plain sight in the middle. To reach this protected middle ground, you have to use a technique called a strategic incompetence. This means intentionally acting a little less sharp or capable than you actually are. When people look at you and see someone perfectly average, their internal threat detection systems shut down. Because they don't feel intimidated, they drop their guard and will often volunteer their secrets and their leverage directly to you. This grid represents an exam strategy, illustrating how the anime character Ayano Koji handles his tests. He knows all 100 correct answers, but deliberately marks 50 of them incorrect. He engineers a 50% score to stay completely off the radar. Intelligence agencies use a physical version of this intellectual camouflage, calling it the gray man concept. The rule is simple: neutralize your appearance. You wear clothes that aren't flashy enough to turn heads, but aren't terrible enough to draw a second glance of pity. You engineer yourself to be indistinguishable from the crowd. By pairing a perfectly average visual appearance with deliberate intellectual restraint, you take the trait society hates most, mediocrity, and use it as a concealment tool. Once you are operating under the radar, you will inevitably achieve something remarkable at work or school. When you do, you must deploy the most counterintuitive rule of all: you give the credit away. Instead of rushing to claim the applause, you actively push your manager or your colleague onto the stage to accept the praise. This diagram maps the true power dynamic at play. When you point the arrow of credit toward your leader, they step into the light, absorbing all external pressure, new expectations, and inevitable attacks from jealous rivals. Sacrificing a brief ego boost is a calculated trade. You are essentially purchasing total operational freedom, turning your superiors into human shields so you can continue working unbothered. Mastering your outward appearance and managing the flow of credit is only half the equation. The final step is an internal shift to cement your shadow personality. The rule of this persona is projection. You show people exactly the reaction or emotion they expect to see from you, while silently extracting the information you actually want. To do this effectively, your primary defense mechanism is the 3-second pause. When someone tries to provoke you or test your limits, you stop. Forcing a 3-second delay gives your brain the time it needs to process the threat before it leaks onto your face. It stops the micro-expressions that give away your true thoughts to the person trying to agitate you. You aren't being fake by withholding your emotions. You are acting as a silent observer, letting other people reveal their true intentions while refusing to give them any data in return. By abandoning the spotlight, utilizing strategic incompetence, and mastering complete emotional control, you stop being a visible target and become the silent observer who understands the room better than anyone else. If you are ready to initiate your own shadow protocol, hit that subscribe button and leave a like. Drop a comment below saying, "I am the shadow," so I know you made it to the very end. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.